Time to talk some football. Hello folks, she's game day in Saskatchewan and it's the kickoff week of the CFL. Oh boy, and they've picked a whopper to start her off. It should be a real barn burner of a game between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Ottawa RedBlacks in Mosaic Stadium in Regina. Oh boy, what can I say about this game? I'll tell you what, years gone by, it'd be no big deal if you were playing the Ottawa RedBlacks. And up until last season, and Bobby Dice changed that place around. Players seem to really like to play for him, and they're not a pushover anymore, that's for sure. I'm calling for this game to be a real close one, Look, I think we tied them last year, didn't we? The last game we played them. Yeah, oh boy. They've changed that organization around big time. They brought in Williams Fields. I believe he was in Toronto. He was one of the guys that shared defensive coordinator in for the Argos. He's their defensive coordinator. Plus they brought in Rick Campbell. Man, he was a head coach, general manager out there in BC. And wow, what can I say, you know, like that's gotta help. That's your three things in football: offense, defense, and special teams. He's still got that Condell. He's still got that Condell that as the offensive coordinator. But each team got some really good defense, so I'm calling for a pretty low scoring game. I think if we can score, if the Riders can score 24, might need 27, I doubt it. Should be able to come out with a victory, but it won't be easy against Ottawa's defense. And then along with our woes on the offensive line, like we started this season off how we had last season with two of our free agent offensive pickups, McEwen and Gagnon, both one was center when one was supposed to be our guard or even our backup. Riders after a squirrel here. Both long-term injury lists. Crazy. The only thing about Ottawa, they're missing just one guy on the offensive line, their center. He's our old guy. He's our old guy we had here, Godbar. And I believe that the guy that's starting, Ruby, he's their third string guy. So they're down a couple old linemen too, but just at the same position. Like I said, both teams have impressive front sevens on the defense, so it's going to be hard to run it. We're going to have to try to establish a running game that we just didn't have much of last year. Hopefully AJ Ouellette can have a spectacular year this year. Like, Ottawa has a really good front seven. You know, they got that Maldine. He just come on big time at defensive tackle, and they got Wakefield, like right in the middle, another really decent player. And they've got Santos Knox, middle linebacker. Adrian Pickett, they've got him now at one of the linebacker spots. I'll tell you, they're formidable on defense, no doubt about it. They got that Colden on the outside at the corner, a decent corner. They even have a decent backup, I think anyway, that Tala or whatever his name is. He was a global player. he's not out of place there either. So it's going to be a tough one to run against that defense. We're going to have to rely on our receivers and Harris to stay upright somehow, because those guys, they'll be coming at him big time, and they'll know exactly where he is, right in the pocket. Where Ottawa's Drew Brown's second year there, got him out of Winnipeg. I liked him. He had an up and down season last year, but this is his second year there, and they've added a good target for him now. Probably the biggest free agent was that Lewis, and they picked up him. He's not going to hurt when they got that Hardy and what's the other guy? Pimpleton, I believe his name is. Yeah, Pimpleton. Another decent target. Plus, they're not hurting on the running backs side either. They swapped out Butler for Steinbach. Got the way better deal as far as I'm concerned. He's a really decent running back. Hard to stop. Our front four are gonna have to stand up big time. We're gonna see what they got up front there now this year. We don't have many changes. That's been my biggest worry from last year to this. We didn't really plug in any superstars we found on the market or signed this year. We got a couple on the practice roster, but the only guy we have is Patrick on the defensive end position. They're adding in there. But Mika's gonna have to have a big game, and so is Saunders, and hopefully our pickup Rose playing nose can help out too, because backing him up, they have our draft pick this year, Sod. Should be interesting to see how he plays. But we're gonna need some pressure on the outside. We've got Baldonado and Corte Moore out there. Like I said, we're gonna have to pressure Drew Brown big time. I think we can stop the run, but it'll be whether we can stop them from getting the ball out to these guys. Lewis, we'll see if he was worth all the money this game for sure. Sorry if I'm breathing so bloody hard here. It's another smoky day here in Saskatchewan. Can't be out here too long. My breath doesn't take her when I suffer for breath when there's even the slightest amount of smoke. Yeah, plus our backs. Lacombo, he wasn't playing much there in his preseason. I thought he maybe dinged up, but they got him starting. We can't afford to lose anybody back there. Dalkey's backing him up, but I guess we did lose a corner with Sales or Campbell. That Exume, I'm not really that confident of how good he'll play out there if he has to play. What I saw of him in preseason didn't stand out to be a good backup, but I guess we have to give him a chance if it happens. I also can't wait to see that Ray out there at defensive end. Maybe we can get some more pressure from the outside. That's what we were lacking last year. We were just about to get there, and we push him out of there from the middle. Had a pretty good push up front, but we just couldn't seem to get around to get at the quarterback. We'll see how it goes. What's the keys to the game? Of course, it'll be takeaways, and we led that stat, I believe, in the last year, and that's how come you win football games. If you can win the takeaway battle and turnover battle, you win a lot of football games. I'm really afraid of this one, folks, big time. Big time. Maybe we can take advantage of a few things I see with the Ottawa. They got Amari Henderson playing a DB position, not in the corner where we had him lots of times. He got burnt a lot of times on the corner, but they got him playing inside. Plus they've got, who else have they got? We used to have Bladek. They got him. He's one of their guards. He's getting up there too. Had a lot of reps in the CFL. Like I said, if we win this one, it'll be close, probably by 3, I believe. You know, I'm calling for them to win, but I'm not that confident. Like I said, Ottawa has gotten to be a damn good team, and if they can improve from last season, they're gonna easily make the playoffs. I would say they're gonna make the playoffs pretty easy this year if they continue their way trending upwards. This game will tell a lot. This game will tell a lot, especially with our poor, you know, our woes on offensive line. I just hate bringing up the negative stuff, but we just have had a zero luck on the offensive line. You know, now they're gonna have to, because Brammer's out, there's a sore back. There's another shuffle on the offensive line. They've brought in that Collins, call him Big Red, to play left tackle, and putting Tate in at guard. Furland playing the center place with Fry at the other guard, and then Hardrick playing the right tackle. You know, as I've said, they have got a bloody good front 7, and they're gonna have their hands full playing against those guys. Now, we'll see what they got. Like I said before, I'm worried. We really didn't change much from last year, and is that a good thing? You know, you're relying on the guys that you had last year to improve enough to get you to the show, and that's the Grey Cup. Well, we'll see. Can't wait. I'm pretty excited out here. Bloody, it's early. Get out here, get the dog walking done, get some jobs done, and then start getting ready for the game. Can't make it down there, but I have a better time analyzing how our players are playing if I can keep replaying the game as it goes, which is the luxury of watching it on television. Finally get some good coverage out of that CFL Plus bullshit. Anyway, I better go here. Head back here. I'm puffing like a bloody steer running away from coyotes. I guess my predictions for this week, I got Toronto over, no, I got Montreal over Toronto. That should be another good game. I'm just going with quarterbacks there. A lot of I like that Alexander for Montreal. He's my style of quarterback, and if he can play like he did when he come in relief of Cody, I think he'll do really well. And they seem to gather around him. They've got some more blocking for him. And on the other side, Arbuckle, was he a one-hit wonder for the Grey Cup, or is he going to be able to continue on a winning way there? The other game, Hamilton against Calgary. Taking Hamilton. I think Bo, with his new targets, he should be able to rustle up a few yards. I'm calling for him to make a great amount of yards passing this year. I wouldn't doubt it. He really come on good big time and got his confidence back last year. I'm picking them. We'll see if Adams can rally Calgary. We'll see, because he was playing good for BC and then got pushed out, so he's got a lot to prove. Like I said, I'm mainly going on quarterbacks. It's hard to pick any teams at the beginning of the season. Christ, you don't know what they got and how they're going to play once they get going and for the real snaps here. And the other game, I'm kicking BC in a close one. I was thinking of taking Edmonton in this one. You know, how's Ty Ford gonna be? You know, but I think Rourke's had some time back now, and when he was going hard and good, he's a damn good quarterback. I like both their styles. They're similar quarterbacks, similar styles, both him, Ford and Rourke. So it was a tough pick for me, but I'm going with BC. All in all, this week in the CFL, I just can't wait. I'll be tuning into every game. I'll even tape most of them so I can have a look back at them. I love seeing who's playing the hardest out there. That's about it for this video. I think I went over everything I wanted to say. I just know this is going to be one hell of a tough game against those RedBlacks. If we can pull out a victory, it's going to show a hell of a lot. It's going to show one hell of a lot. Because this is a really good test for us. Big time. It's not a team that I believe is not going to make the playoffs. So let's just pray for the Roughriders. The football gods keep us healthy, and we can move on and to the next game. Let's get this 1-1, Riders. Man, am I excited. I'm so bloody excited. Oh, I could almost bust out crying. Oh boy. She's game day. It's time for a win. Go Riders, go. Let this be our year, baby. Let this be our year.